so we're doing something different. For some reason, we never talk about what we do down here at the pond when we come down here and play. This is what we call Big Daddy's WaterWorld. And we jet ski, we wakeboard, we surf. Wes has got his flyboard. And we've got a new toy today. It's called a wake full, and we don't know how to do it, so it's pretty tough. So we're gonna try the wake full today, and I'm gonna bring you along, but I'll show you how the boat works. A lot of y'all probably don't know how these wakeboarding boats work. And yeah, so this is kind of our own private lake. It's really, really fun. I'm not gonna be wakeboarding today. I kind of pissed my knee off wakeboarding, and I've got a race next weekend, so I don't wanna make my knee mad, but we are gonna be wake fulling, and we've really never done a wake full. We tried it the other day. We were pretty unsuccessful. So Wes and I are going to try that. It's super hard is all I know. And I don't want it to hit me in the head, stuff like that. So we're going to give her a try. Bring y'all along, see what kind of fun stuff we do, and then maybe we'll do some flyboarding. And hopefully nobody gets hurt today. But this is what we call a wake full. So essentially, a wake surfboard. So if you've never waked surfboard, what we do is we set the boat up with fat sacks, wedges, and surf gates, and we make a big wave and we surf behind the boat. Well, this deal here, I've been seeing them for years, and so you kind of do the same thing, but it comes out. So this thing is a full. Essentially, we be in the water, and once we get going, the ideal is we come up out of the water and we ride this full on the bottom. Now, we've tried it the other day, and we crashed a lot. It is not as easy as it looks. I moved it around a little bit, so I'm hoping we got a little better movement here. So same deal, we get up on this thing, I guess we're doing it right. We're getting up just like we are a wake surfboard. All I know is whenever you grab the rope, you better be ready to go, be ready to get up. You can't just sit there and hold it like you do a wake surfboard. Yeah, we really do not know what we're doing with this deal. So yeah, so you're gonna see a lot of wrecks today. I'll put a GoPro on my head, and maybe Wes get a GoPro. Wes, he wrecks better than I do. So this is Wes Avent. So I'm probably his only friend.
Probably.
Flyboard is a freaking blast, and with Wes, we wear that thing out. Wes is really good. None of the rest of us are any good. So the other day, he invited us out for his surprise birthday that we didn't know was a surprise, and then his jet ski didn't work. Yeah. It was a key fob. I mean, it's typical lake stuff. Something's always broken. We're out here. My boat has been good. I've had this boat for 6 years. So I'm not as hard on stuff as Wes is, apparently. This deal here is actually pretty fun. Don't you like it? I mean, the little bit I've had, I kind of like it.
The first time we did it, I was like, I'm never doing this again. It just takes too much effort. But after the second time, kind of getting the hang of it.
Yeah. So, it wasn't a lot of work. Like wakeboarding is like, man, I'm sucking air. Yeah. This wasn't that bad.
I can see where it's going to be real fun when we kind of...
I'm thinking I'll drop the rope today. I might need a bigger wave. So we're not... So normally you'd be on the wake surf. We're not even there. We're on the wakeboarding deal, the beginner. We're way behind the boat. Because this thing is... Man, I'm telling you, it's squirrely. It is super squirrely.
It seems like one little mistake and you're down.
Yeah, you're done. So we're not even close to the big wave yet. But I've got it on beginner wakeboarding, so we really don't even have a wake to pump off of today. But I was thinking if it goes feeling good, we might put a little water in the fat sacks and put a little wave on there. Okay, so kind of how this boat works is we've got a little computer here, and this computer runs all the fat sacks. So when I say a fat sack, it's a sack that fills up with water or puts the water out. So say if I'm gonna go wakeboarding, I've got this dialed in how I like it. So I push Jason wakeboarding. And what it does, it sets the fat sacks, which I like a big wave, so it fills all the fat sacks full. I've got 6 fat sacks in here. It'll fill it all the way up. And then there's a wedge, and we can adjust the wedge. The wedge is like a big sweep plow that goes under the propeller, and it adds another 1,500 pounds of down pressure, so it pulls the boat down. So we take off, once the wakeboarder's up, the wedge comes down, pulls the boat back down, which gives us, we want a clean wave going up, so it gives us the big clean wave coming up. Now, if we're wake surfing, we'll set it for, if you're regular foot, you'll be on the left side. We'll set it for left surf. If you're goofy foot, which goofy foot means let's see, goofy foot's your right foot forward. So if you're goofy foot, then you'll be on the right side. And so it's got what's called, this is a Malibu. So on the Malibu, it's got wake gate. So it's got a gate that opens up and throws the boat out of trim, or it crabs the boat sideways, and then gives you a big curling wave on one side. So that's kind of how these wake boats go. And so we can change and adjust anything we want to. We can adjust the wedge, we can adjust the weight, and then we adjust the speed. The speed's important too. So in speed, like say if you got a ton of people in here, you're probably gonna go faster when you're surfing. If you don't have very many people, you can go slower, so you're kind of deeper in the water. So between adjusting the weight, the water, which is the weight, and adjusting the wedge, it's all adjustable so that you can have the perfect wave every time. And like a lot of times it's just Wes and I out here wakeboarding, so we've kind of got it set to where we like it when we're just wakeboarding and we know how to set it. But when you start adding people, then you start using this computer to adjust it. And it's all a cool deal, just touch screen stuff. And it's got a big old horsepower motor in here, burns a ton of gas. It's a 20-foot boat. They don't make this 20-foot boat anymore. We like it because this is a small lake. The lake itself is, I built it, or in a way I built it. The oil field would come in and they need like a frac pit or something like that. And a frac pit is whenever they're pumping lots of water, fracturing the formation for more gas. So I just make them dig me a pond bigger and bigger and deeper and deeper, and that's how I ended up with this pond. It's all spring fed. So when I say spring fed, is the water comes out of the ground, but it is low right now. It's come up a lot, but we've been in a drought here for about 2 months. So when it's 100 degrees and you know the wind's blowing, this pond here, one half inch of evaporation a day is what I'll get on a 100-degree day with the windy day, and that's about 260,000 gallons in one day is evaporation. So the springs can't keep up with it, so it slowly goes down. But we have had a couple of rains here in the last couple of days, and it's come up quite a bit and it's cooled off. It's like maybe 85, 90 degrees today, so it's way nicer than it has been. So the cool thing about this lake here is if you can look around whenever we're going around, you see all the trees around it. I actually, when I dug this out, I strategically placed the dirt in piles so that the water would pool, and then these cottonwood trees immediately blow up. And you'll see that most of our winds are out of the south, and I've got a huge windrow in the south, and so the wind doesn't blow through here that bad. And then when you come around, I left this island in here because the island actually kills our waves. So you come around wakeboarding, you got a big old wave, or you come around surfing, then you come back around, your waves are already gone because they've hit the bank and they're gone. So essentially off the banks have got about an 8-foot beach that comes out on each side. So then the waves roll up that 8-foot beach and then they just play out. And so it's great. I mean, it's a one boat lake. You're not gonna have more than one boat on here. And it's we go, like if we're just surfing, we just stay in the donut. And if we're wakeboarding, we go around the donut, we go down the shaft, turn around and come back up and around the donut again. And it's a cool deal. I mean, we don't have to have a lot of people on the boat because we got this little pavilion right here. Everybody can just sit right here. We haul people around. Once they're done, we just whoop in here and grab more people or kick people off. It's about 7 feet deep on the far south side, and it's about 10 feet deep on that end. So the creek naturally runs this way. No creek water comes, no runoff water comes in here. It's just all spring fed. There's a spring right here that we've opened up, and it's just spring water coming in here. So it's got a lot of big fish in here. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. It spoils you. I mean, once you've been on a private lake like this, and I mean the wind's blowing pretty good today, and you can see how big the waves are. It's not much waves. So when you're wakeboarding, you get spoiled here, and you go to a real lake, and it's like, I'm out. It's like I don't want to fight everybody else's crap waves, you know. So it's pretty awesome here. It spoils the crap out of you. Now normally when we're here, I like to wakeboard. I'm a wakeboarder. The girls like to wake surf. Wake surfing is it's fun and it's low impact. So you're only going you know, 11 miles an hour when you wake surfing. So it's way low impact. It doesn't hurt to crash or anything like that. Now wakeboarding, I mean, we've broken some ribs and necks, and we've broken, not me personally, but other people. When you catch a front side edge, that freaking hurts. When you catch a backside edge, that really hurts. So, yeah, wakeboarding, you got to be a little tougher to be a wakeboarder. We've heard a few people. We bloodied somebody's nut the other day. We bloodied a nose. He caught a front side edge and came up with a bloody nose. So yeah, it's fun. Oh, and we jet ski. I've got a stand-up jet ski. I love the stand-up jet ski, old school stuff. You know, that is. To me, I can come down here by myself and hit the stand-up jet ski and have a freaking blast. One down. What do you think? The GoPro in your head got. That's what I was thinking. Got your center of gravity off. Damn, that was my bad. And you got to time it just right. You know, if you don't. You can't jack around down there because you can't hold your feet on that board like a surfboard.
Yeah, you can't just
I mean, like I might have been too slow on the gas that time. Was I too slow on the gas? Okay. I was just telling him how hard it is. I mean, it's a timing deal because you can't just sit there and just hold your feet on that board. I don't know either. I feel like you're getting a little push off that wave. You want me to make a little bigger wave? So here's what I did. So we're still gonna stay with the wakeboarding theme, but I filled the fat sacks up to 50%.
No.
See, this is a fat sack, 50%, 50%, 50%, and then 25%. And then I moved the wedge. So we added some weights, and now we're gonna have a bigger wave. But now this is a cruise control. So instead of going 20 miles an hour, I slowed it down to 10 miles an hour. If we're wakeboarding, we'd be doing 20 miles an hour. All right, ready now? I sped you up when you got, it looked like you were going way too slow, so I went to 11. I think you got to speed it up. Yeah.
You questioning my boat driving skills?
No, I'm just saying you're gonna have to freaking turn around and come back in because I'm gonna crash a lot. Could you tell any different from me moving that pole at all?
I don't know if it seemed like I was picking it up faster last time.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if that's correct or not.
I think we got enough crashes for YouTube.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and just ride it this time. That looked good.
The water was so glassy, I got vertigo. I didn't know which way to look. All right, next. Woo. Yeah. That's getting better, huh? That looked pretty ugly though. Man, it felt good. I'm not gonna get the rope jerked out of my hand again. And I was like, I got it now. And I was like, and then all of a sudden I hit the board, just touched the board on the water. If I wouldn't have touched the board on the water, I'd probably still be going. I touched the board on the water and I was done. Alright, so now the wedge is moving, so the wedge is going back up, stowing it. It'll be all the way up. So when we load the boat, we don't want to have any water in it necessarily, and we don't want to have the wedge down. So now we got all the water, all the fat sacks are drained, the wedge is up, and so the cruise control's off, so now we'll just go load it. So the way I load it is I just drive it up in there to the point that I hook it, and once it's all the way up there, then I leave the gas running, and it holds it up to where I want to go, and then I just go hook it. I used to put like 200 or 150 hours a year on it. I put maybe 100 hours a year on it. So I get it straight here. Once I get it straight, then I'll run it up on there. Just leave it running like that, and then I'll run up here. Alright, battery, so then I just turn it off, turn the battery off, grab my stuff, jump the wrench, pick it up, and we're out of here. So the wedge is automatic, and it's on a hydraulic jam, and it comes down. And so we set this wedge whenever we're wakeboarding or wake surfing, and the wedge adds about 1,500 pounds of downforce to add more. And the way what makes these boats work the best is you've got the propeller is way up under the boat. So the propeller's not behind the boat, it's way up under the boat, and it makes it where it doesn't turn worth a dang. But that's what makes that's why these wake boats are so expensive, is because of the V-drive you got in them. You got surf gates here, so there's one on each side. There's one here and one here. So whenever you're surfing, and whichever side you're surfing on, this is a hydraulic gate, and as soon as you get above 7 miles an hour, this thing pops out. And so then it throws the boat out of trim, or the boat starts crabbing. And when it throws it over like that, then that's what starts that clean wave coming up. So what you got working for you is you got surf gates, you got your wedge, you got your propeller way up under the boat, you got your fat sacks in there, and then you got your cruise control. And all that together is what makes a good wave. You have to have a good wave for good wakeboarding, and you have to have a good wave for good wake surfing. So without it, you're not gonna get her done. For me, wakeboarding, I program exactly what I want, and I push Jason wakeboarding. And then if your name was Jim Bob or something and you wanted your deal, we'd push Jim Bob whenever you got in there, and it'd take a couple seconds to recalibrate everything, and then you're ready for you to go. And I've had this boat 6 years. This is a great boat. It's a Malibu wake setter. I freaking love it. It just doesn't give me any trouble. And you can see how I treat it. I mean, I put it under this shed. Now in the wintertime, I'll take it in and winterize it and change the oil. But other than that, the cows are coming out here rubbing on it, eating. The cows are eating my freaking deals. But I mean, this thing gets treated like a ranch truck, and it just keeps on going. We don't have any trouble with it. We just show up here every other day or every 3 or 4 days and hit the water with it. So, I mean, you can spend as much money as you want thinking of like that, the Wakeful. The reason I've never bought a Wakeful is because they're super expensive. They're like $1,500 for that little deal we were looking at today. The surfboards are about $1,000. I've got a couple surfboards. I've got like a skim board and then a surfboard, and then we got a different rope for the surfboard. You got a different short rope for surfing, and then you got a special rope for wakeboarding. And those wakeboarding ropes are a couple $100. They can't have it. You don't want any stretch in it, because when you're wakeboarding and you want to jump, you really want to. If it's got any stretch, you can't load that line. So you got to have that really good rope, because when you're coming into the wake, you really load that thing up. Almost try like to stop the boat, and then that's what launches you, and that's how you get all your air. And so the wakeboard, they're about $600. Time you get some good boots on there and a good wakeboard. So none of it's cheap. These boats are super expensive though. They hold their value good, but they're super expensive. It's not like just any kind of average old boat. I mean, this boat about 6 years ago was probably 80,000. I bet this boat here, I bet today would be 120, 140. They don't even, like I said, they don't even make this boat anymore. They're bigger than this. I mean, you can spend 200,000 or 300,000 on a good wake boat, but like a lot of people, they go buy a wake boat and they go put 20 hours a year, 30 hours a year on it. Shoot, I put 150 hours a year on mine just because it's too handy. You know, we're here all the time, and it's too easy to go come to the pond. I mean, I don't have to drive 10 hours. Literally, it's 10-minute drive down here. Takes me 5 minutes to hook on the boat, back in the water, and we're going. And like right now, I mean, look how beautiful that water is. It's good. All right. Well, that does it for a day on the boat at Big Daddy's WaterWorld. I know I hope we had some good crashes in there for you, us playing around on a new wake full. But if you don't mind, I got one free thing for you. It's 100% free, money back guarantee. Subscribe, please. It's a free gig. It doesn't cost you a dime. And hit that notification. We're like at 46,000. It'd be cool to get to 100,000 before the end of the year. And if y'all got any ideas, help me out that. Maybe share this video to your friends or share it to some others. Or if you got any other ideas, drop me a good comment. I'm up for ideas. All right. We'll see y'all in a couple weeks.